Hey, hey, hey!
Hey guys, how are you doing? It's almost midnight here, so basically I decided it would be a good time to do a live stream, or live stream a video for you guys. We are going to cover Bitcoin and Ethereum, because those are the most interesting things going on right now. So without further ado, let's get to it. For Bitcoin, what I've done is I have drawn out the resistance channel on the logarithmic timescale for now. We have entered the resistance channel, and this channel has been going on ever since halfway December. Up until now, actually. And there are a couple of things that I expect to happen. Number one, we are going to repeat the previous entries and exits into this resistance channel. So what I mean by that is, we had 3 entries so far. 1, 2, 3, and they all happened in the exact same manner. Bitcoin went into the resistance channel, tried to break out of the logarithmic downtrend, failed, and got punished very, very hard. In that case, we could be seeing a small pump from here, possibly until 9,000 USD, and then the price should take a dump right back below the resistance channel. If this is going to happen, probably this week, by the end of this week, we should see a very large dump. If this is going to happen, I think we're going to repeat 2014, which should bring us to a target of, let's say anywhere between 3,000 and 3,600. Also, if we take into account support on the daily, let me just open the daily here. Keep in mind, this is a logarithmic based chart, not a linear chart. We can clearly see support, which used to be resistance, being formed all the way from 2015 up until the start of 2017. One might argue that even that is not going to be the bottom, but the bottom is going to be right here, but by the time we get there, it wouldn't really matter. So that's scenario 1. We're going in the resistance channel, Bitcoin gets punished and will take a big dump. Now on the linear scale, that should look something like this. I'm just going to remove the resistance. Should just look something like this. Possibly, if we have to believe the Wall Street bubble cheat sheet, it should even look something like this. I hope I hope this is not going to be the case. I'm actually hoping for scenario 2. Trading is not like predicting what is going to happen. It's more predicting the likelihood of something to happen. Just the same way on the news they can predict rain and then suddenly it's going to be sunny. Scenario 2. Scenario 2 is we are going to break out logarithmic. In that case, I would like to zoom out the chart. I'm just going to remove support and resistance, and what I'm going to do is I am going to add in my pitchfork that has become semi-famous on my Twitter. There we go. Now this should be a little bit lower, and then this is going to be difficult. Fucking shit. there we go. Don't touch it anymore. You know, so even according to the pitchfork, we should still be dropping a little bit more here. In which case, we are going to repeat the fractal of 2013, or we might repeat it. Basically, that means there was a major correction, and then Bitcoin went to the top of the pitchfork, which is currently sitting at, let's be fair here, 63,000 USD. This makes for a 700% increase from today's price. Now, back in the day, it actually was a 1600% increase, but the older Bitcoin is, the less volatile it will be. I'm sorry about that. So that is possibility 2. I think possibility 2 is far more likely. Let me explain. Up until now, the market cap for Bitcoin is about 100 billion USD. That is basically nothing. IBM is worth 160 billion USD in market cap. So that's one company. Now, if this truly is the revolutionary technology that is going to completely change the world as we know it, you know, the world is not anymore the way it used to be, then can you call something like that a real bubble? You know, basically the internet bubble was worth 20 trillion USD. You know, so there's a difference of 200x. Basically that makes for 20,000%. I know that was market cap wise, but I like to count Bitcoin and not the whole market cap, because let's say Litecoin market cap, Ethereum market cap, they don't really represent the amount of USD poured into the market, because let's say Litecoin was trading at 0.1 Bitcoin, and then 1 year later it's still trading at 0.1 Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has gone up 10x, so Litecoin has also gone up 10x in dollars. Does that mean people bought Litecoin? No, it doesn't. For Bitcoin it's a little bit different. You have to pour in USD or USDT nowadays to make the price go up. So Bitcoin for me is the one true indicator. So yeah, I don't think we are in that crazy insane bubble stage yet that everyone is talking about. I think it's relatively small. You know, Soros is entering the market. A lot of VCs are entering the market. Banks are preparing the market for them to enter. You know, Circle bought Poloniex. The only reason I see them doing that is because they want hedge funds and all trades on Poloniex. So, you know, so I believe a lot more money is coming. And that should make the chart look like this. Or, well, you know, anything from that to something like this. I don't know. Anyway, when we are at the top of the channel, we will see it. So I'm fairly excited. I'm not saying the buyer market is over. I don't know that yet. You don't know that yet. Nobody knows that yet. But it's looking pretty good. Now let's go to ETH, Ethereum, USD. There we go. And I would like to back something up. I totally switched from BitMEX to alt market trading again. You know, when you are in a bear market, BitMEX is the place to be. You can make a shit ton of money there. But I think most alts have seen their bottom. And the reason I believe that, I'm just going to demonstrate this with Ethereum. I have set up my position between 345 and 403 USD. Made some big orders there, filled my bags. And I don't see Ethereum going below those levels. Let me explain why. There really is not a lot of support left if we pass those levels. If we pass those levels, the only support I could possibly see is 202 USD, and after that 57 USD. I don't think those are fair levels for Ethereum to be at. I think if Ethereum is going anywhere near those levels, it will be bought up faster than you can blink. So, you know, this leads me to believe that we have seen the accumulation area and we are now going up towards logarithmic resistance, and I think we are going to break logarithmic resistance and do a great run to 2100 USD. Now, I might be wrong. I am basing this mostly of my personal experience. You know, I've been doing this for quite a while, so I'm pretty familiar with the market. I could be completely wrong. You know, Ethereum could go to 57 USD. It can go to 200 USD. I don't know, but it's, for me, very, very unlikely. So my bags are filled and I am just going to sit on my bags and, you know, let it ride and get rich. There's not really much more to chart about Ethereum right now. I'm just going to wait until we reach resistance, sell a portion of my bag to cover the costs, so I have a free bag, and then I will just let it ride. Important for you to know, I have long-term bags stored at the bank in a vault, and I basically don't touch all this. It's very secure there. I don't trade with it, whatever, I just leave it there. Basically I left my bitcoins there for years now and I never touched them. And I have swing bags, and swing bags are things like this position, for example, like to buy and sell with a profit. So that's what I'm doing here. Next, I would like to take a look at EOS. EOS has been doing really well, actually. I would like to chart this against Bitcoin, because I trade to get as much Bitcoin as I can. Sorry for that. What is happening here is not very difficult to see. We have a giant cup and handle. If you don't know what a cup and handle is, go to investopedia.com, type in cup and handle, read it, and you know, it's not very difficult. Basically it's a bullish pattern. Now if we just remove the bigger cup from our thought, you will see that the handle of the big cup and handle is actually a cup and handle in itself. And for this I'm just going to be very artistic, and you can see the cup and then boom, the handle. I know my drawing skills are shit, but you should get the idea. Now target for this thing, we are going to take our trend-based Fibonacci extension. You draw this from the bottom to the top, and then you take the last move of the market. This will give you a couple of Fibonacci extensions. I think the 1618 is a fair level. If we actually break out of the cup and handle, so resistance is in red, that's the level we have to break in order to get to our target of 253,000 USD. My entry for this was $1.30, so I'm just going to draw my entry in orange, and this will give us a return, or actually it will give me a return of 1800%. Fun fact, okay, so my camera appeared to have stopped. Fun fact, I poured in 20% of my portfolio at 130, brought it to the bank, I still have it, and I'm going to dump it all over the market at 250 USD. So that will be great, that will be an awesome profit, and at that time I will, you know, very likely create some new big bags. So I'm looking forward to this. You know, it will be a big payday, and I'm just generally super excited. The last one we're going to take a look at will be Lux. You know, I just can't help myself, I'm sorry. I'm so super mega excited for Lux. My entry for Lux sitting right at 333,000 satoshis. You know, should be a little bit lower, but doesn't matter. It's only a few satoshis. And basically we went from about $4 to $50, and I regret it that I didn't sell. It would have been a great swing, but I am holding my bag. I would like to note this is a logarithmic timescale because the resistance only lined up on logarithmic timescale. We broke the resistance, we made a retest right over here, and now we are on a moon mission. It's going slowly, but it's going, and that's how I like my pumps. I don't like 200% gains in a day, because first of all, 9 out of 10 times it's a pump and dump, and second, those gains don't last. If you have a slow moving coin that's just keeps creeping upwards, you will have much more gains, and that's what basically could be happening here. Lux had a dev edit, cryptographer. Please refer to the channel for that, because I forgot his name. Smart contracts are coming. A lot of other great shit is on its way, so it's looking better than ever FA wise. My target, if you are a short-term trader, your targets should be at around 236,000 satoshis. I'm a long-term trader. I'm keeping this puppy until at least like 800,000 to even maybe 0.01 Bitcoin. So that's the targets I'm looking at for now. Could be far higher. You know, the market cap is 10 million. This coin deserves to be at 200, 300 million in my opinion. Should be up on page 1, which would give it a 30x from here. Just to put it to perspective. And we are going to lose the log scale for this. Okay, for your perspective, that puts my target price right up here. No, that's too much. Up here. Is this impossible? Is this crazy? No. I'll show you why. So Neo. I don't know if Bittrex goes back all the way. No, Neo did this. Pivex also did this, and I'm so angry because I poured in about 3,000 USD because it was a micro cap, DNet, very unknown, over here, and I sold here because I'm an impatient noob, and then this happened and I lost in over $1 million USD profits. So this one is painful to look at. What else do we have that could potentially represent this? Well, Ethereum, as you know, of course, and a whole lot of other charts also happen to look like this. Dash, this was basically the thing that made me a lot of money. I don't have it anymore, but same story. Just to prove that my target for Lux is not very unreasonable at all. In fact, it's fairly reasonable in my opinion. Even if I put it at halfway, still good gains. So yeah, everything is looking pretty good. Bitcoin is looking good. Ethereum is looking good, and we are just gonna have to see where we end up. I would like to leave a note Bitcoin might totally shit all over our altcoin party and leave us in the dust with nothing to eat but ramen noodles. So, you know, make sure to keep an eye on your stuff. But overall, I'm excited. So yeah, if you like this kind of video, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Also, I would like to note that I have a private group where you can have free entry, so the link is down in the description too. We talk about coins, cars, we do some poker, you know, we have a yearly party where we party, obviously. So you know, you're very welcome to join, and the more the merrier. It's always good to have companions to trade, to have some guidance, and who knows, you might actually like it. So I would like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, a question, a like, whatever, maybe a dislike if you don't like me, whatever, just leave something. Okay, so you know that you're watching. So thanks for watching, and I will do another video on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday it is. Goodbye.